Lincoln wrote, "You have to do your own growing, no matter how tall your grandfather was." That is a tall order, no pun intended. Lincoln was on to something. I want to take the word grow and use those letters to challenge us to grow today. G, get better at what you do. It should be the desire of every person who has a sense of accountability for his or her life to get better at what you do each day, each week, each month, each year. The Apostle Paul told his friends, in reference to their exercising love in 1 Thessalonians 4:10, "You're already good at it. Your friends all over the province of Macedonia are evidence. Keep it up. Get better and better at it." And Jesus wrote to the church at Thyatira in Revelation 2:19, "I see everything you're doing for me. Impressive. The love and the faith, the service and persistence. Yes, very impressive. You get better at it every day." So Paul and Jesus both encouraged those they were teaching and mentoring to get better at what they were doing. That should be a priority in your life. You should ask yourself at the close of the day, am I better at this than I was this morning? An unknown author leaves us this challenge: good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. You are probably not as good as you could be. God expects nothing less than your best, not to get you into a relationship with Him, but if you are in a relationship with Him. Nothing less than your best at getting better than you are is worthy of Him. Then respect. The respect of others begins with self-respect. Jesus taught in Mark 12:29 through 31, "The most important one," answered Jesus, "is this: Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and with all your strength. The second is this: love your neighbor as yourself. There is no commandment greater than these." Love and respect for others begins with love and respect for oneself. This is not self-love in a narcissistic manner. It is love for whom God is making you and what He is doing through you. That is a person and a prospect worthy of respect. That is the product of grace. If you respect yourself, you'll respect others, and they will respect you. Respect those who agree with you and those who disagree with you. You can do that without compromising your convictions. People respect people who know what they believe and stand for and give it a sound biblical apologetic. Paul Tillich said, "The first duty of love is to listen." Perhaps that is where respect is best displayed in today's world. This does not demand liberal tolerance for everything in the world. What it does suggest is that we show others we care about them and respect them when we listen to their viewpoint. I have never gotten a person to listen to my heart's conviction about how to be saved without first being willing to listen to their point of view on the subject. The O, overcome doubts. You will face doubts. One of my college professors said, if you've never had a doubt, you've never had a thought. I read somewhere that doubts are the door to wisdom. Jesus dealt kindly with one of his disciples who was not present when he appeared to his other disciples following his resurrection. In John 20:24 and following, but Thomas, sometimes called the twin, one of the 12, was not with them when Jesus came. The other disciples told him, "We saw the Master." But he said, "Unless I see the nail holes in his hands, put my finger in the nail holes and stick my hand in his side, I won't believe it." 8 days later, his disciples were again in the room. This time, Thomas was with them. Jesus came through the locked doors, stood among them, and said, "Peace to you." Then he focused his attention on Thomas. "Take your finger and examine my hands. Take your hand and stick it in my side. Don't be unbelieving, believe." Thomas said, my Master, my God. Jesus said, so you believe because you have seen with your own eyes. Even better blessings are in store for those who believe without seeing. Jesus did not condemn Thomas and did not condemn his doubting. He confirmed his resurrection to remove his doubt, so that Thomas grew in wisdom and in faith and in his relationship with Jesus. It is important to get past doubt in the areas where assurance is given in our personal relationships, professional relationships, and above all, in our relationship with God. When you doubt yourself, gain confidence. When you doubt others, learn to trust them. And then the W, work. Virgil is credited with saying, persistent work always triumphs. Work at being a good marriage partner, and you will be. Work at being a good parent, and you will be. Work at academics and succeed in education. Work in a career and make a contribution to life and society and to the world. There's nothing wrong with work. Many people in today's world are trying to avoid it, but it is redeeming in its effects on those who do it consistently. Solomon said in Proverbs 14:23, hard work always pays off. Mere talk puts no bread on the table. Hard work is not a hit or miss proposition. It always pays off. Thomas Edison said, opportunity is missed by most people because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work. Don't be afraid to work. Granted, all work and no play make Joe a dull boy. So take some time for recreation and enjoyment. That should go without saying. But when it's time to work, focus on your work and do it to the best of your ability. That is the kind of stuff of which success is made. Salvation is by grace, a gift, but everything else consists of work, rewards, and all things. Grow on up in your own by the grace of God and leave the legacy for those who follow you so they may also grow.